is my company, and apparently this man, this friend of yours, is determined to ruin my company just because Damien said he should do it. Well, I want to pay him back.
Well, that's all well and good, but see, personally, I have my reservations about your involvement.
Convince him.
Okay. What exactly, Mr. Princess, do you have in mind?
First of all, you run off at the mouth a little. You already gave us a demonstration. Is it clear to you what an important part discretion will play in all this?
Well, of course it is.
Well, don't give me just like, well, of course, like that's supposed to be some kind of reassurance or guarantee. The bottom line is, this is the big leagues. You say the wrong thing to the wrong people, we're going to be pushing up daisies. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Frank Smith was big leagues, right?
Right.
Right. And the fallout from his death was big league, right?
Right.
Well, I was up to my ears in that stuff. Don't you remember? I mean, Luke, I saved Luke's life after. I might add that you sort of took out and left him to his own devices. I brought him home, safe and sound. I am a big league pro. Okay, something else. Luke and Laura are probably, well, let's just say, just a few of the friends I have in Port Charles, and I would never, ever do anything or say anything that would hurt them or make them dead, or anybody else for that matter.
You're doing fine, Luke.
Thank you. Now, look, Mr. Princess, I realize you don't know me very well, and I also realize that I don't always make the very best first impression, and I don't blame you for really not being very quick to trust me, but Mr. Spencer here will vouch for me.
You've been vouched, babe.
Thank you. And also, let's not forget who is the injured party here. Me. And I want my revenge.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's hear the plan.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Scully's soft spot is his need to take things that don't belong to him, whether he needs them or not.
It's a fair assessment. Joe, ownership equals power.
Okay, so we can use that.
Yeah.
We make him think we have something he wants, and then when he gets it, it's the trick bag.
A switch.
Yeah. Don't you think the PCPD would love to bring charges against the man who contracted their commissioner gunned down and be able to make him stick?
I don't know. It just bothers me.
Got another idea?
No.
He'd do the same to you. In a second.
Wait a minute, excuse me. Where do I fit in? I haven't a clue here. I want to know what I do. What I do?
You're bait.
Oh, gee, how did I know that?
Oh, babe, they don't come any comelier than you. Sex is your ace in the hole. Live with it. So, besides the reservation, are you with this?
Yeah, sure.
Loose?
Oh, definitely. Oh, but, I really can't give it my full attention until this whole Ryan situation is cleared up. I gotta go get back with Kevin.
Watch yourself.
Oh, I will, I promise. So, tell me, what's gonna happen next, though?
Well, we'll work out the details. You do what you have to do, and when you're ready, we'll go.
Okay, all right, I'm there. See ya.
Right. Sonny, there is no other way. We got no choice.
All right, if we're going to do this, we better do it right. Last thing we want is egg on our faces and our identities hanging out and Scully fit to be tied. He needs to be sent away for a long time.
That's the idea. Are you going to be able to do whatever's necessary?
Well, it's easy for you to say. Where's my choice?
Scully made it like this, man. Remember that.
I've looked everywhere. I can't find Foster. It's like he dropped into a black hole or something.
Have you looked in all the usual hangouts?
Dad, I've checked everything twice.
Well, maybe he just went out for a walk, to hear himself think. It's okay. He'll be back when he's
It's
ready.
not like Foster just to take off like this, I'm starting to get worried about him.
You coming to bed?
Yeah, soon. Oh. You're not gonna ask?
I guess I'm a fast learner. Besides, you know, you're not the only one with stuff on his mind.
Is that so?
Yeah. I keep thinking about Felicia and that poor little baby.
We have ways of dealing with guys like this Ryan character.
Sonny, come on. The police are handling it.
Police.
Yeah. All right. I've been thinking about this, and Ryan is a pediatrician. So he knows how to take care of babies. I mean, maybe that means nothing bad will happen to her. You know, and if the police find her really fast, maybe she'll be too young to remember anything.
She's been yanked away from her mother.
She's only a few days old. She couldn't be aware of very much.
Kids remember. They might not realize it, but in the back of their minds, they remember everything.
Well, I hope that you are wrong. Honey, can you just tell me how it is that you became such a neat freak?
I don't have a choice. No legacy from Deke.
Oh, Deke.
Stefan.
The cop.
Cop on the outside, drill sergeant at home. He insisted the beds had to be made a certain way. The sheets had to be tucked just right in the corner, tight across the top, so tight you can bounce a quarter on it. Now, if the quarter didn't bounce, you'd have to make it over and over and over again.
Until it bounced? He sounds sadistic.
No kidding? I figure that's where I learned self-discipline. Of course, I also learned how to hate his guts.
You really did?
Hey, you knock a little kid around enough, it makes an impression.
He beat you?
Yeah, but he didn't break me down. I'm gonna go take a shower. Drink, come on, drink.
How'd you get this?
What?
This scar.
My father had a leather belt hanging in the closet. Want a drink?
No, thanks.
Just think next week I can offer you one without getting busted for contributing.
Yeah. The big 21. Where were you when you were 21?
I was a hotshot kid, working for Joe.
How'd you meet Joe?
You really don't want to know.
No, I really do.
I was 16. One of my favorite pastimes was driving fast. But the trouble was I didn't own my own wheels, so on occasion, I'd have to borrow some. So one Saturday night, I saw this cherry Firebird candy apple red, man. That thing would fly. What I didn't know was it belonged to a wise guy named Joe Scully.
You stole his car?
But hey, wait. I returned it like always. What, are you shocked?
No. I've stolen things before.
Mm.
Yeah, I stole something from Wyndham's once, and I returned it after Julia caught me.
Well, you had Julia, I had Joe.
Yeah, but Julia didn't carry a gun.
Actually, Joe was very good to me. He took me in, said I had a lot of potential, showed me the ropes, and took good care of me.
Sounds a little like you and Stone.
A lot like me and Stone. I could have been his own son.